It's truly an honor to be here for my friend, Aunjanue Ellis. You know, now I'm over 50 now. That once you're over 50, you don't get a whole lot of new friends. You know, so you know, for me to have found a new friend at this age is really special. And you know, I was trying to think what I wanted to say, and I could talk about her work, and I could, talk about how, she shows up on camera, and I wanted to share my experiences with my friend Aunjanue. I want you to know a little bit about her off camera. Aunjanue Ellis will not hesitate to tell on your ass if she see you doing something you shouldn't be doing. We were on set, and we're shooting, and it's going well, I get excited, and I'm talking, and I see Aunjanue out the corner of my eye going over to the director, talking about, Will ain't wearing his mask. Like, what you, the COVID police now? Will not wearing his mask, And the thing is, Aunjanue, she has no poker face. She don't have no poker face at all. Whatever she's thinking and feeling will express itself in her body in some way. You're gonna know what she thinks and what she feels. We're on set one time and we're talking, and we hear this dude, he worked for the production, and he was wrong. He was talking crazy to some extra on set, and he coming out his mouth, he talking crazy, and me and Aunjanue, and Anjanue's displeasure started to, express itself in her neck, And we talking, and I see her go. Right, and he was talking crazy, and then she turned to me. Right? And she was like, you gonna do something? I was like, okay, Aunjanue, I will talk to that man. I will handle that man, but I'm gonna need you to get your chakras realigned. I need you to get your root chakra and your heart chakra and your throat chakra back into vertical order. And then I will go talk to that man. So I went and talked to him, I straightened him out, and the one thing, if there's a central word that describes Aunjanue Ellis, it's integrity. She don't care about money. She don't care about, making our day on set. She cares about people. She cares about treating people right. She does not play injustice. She does not play unfairness. She does not play brutality, verbal or otherwise. And at the core of Aunjanue is a fierce, noble integrity. And what is beautiful about being friends with Aunjanue is she demands it of you in the most loving way. And in the few years that we've been together, she's awakened a thing in me where she mirrors back to me the best version of myself. She mirrors back to me what I'm supposed to be. Damn it, I said I wasn't gonna be up here crying too. you know, but it's been my honor to work with you, to protect you, to deliver love to the world with you. Aunjanue is very quiet. So she lets me do most of the talking, which works really well for our relationship. But she's always filling me, not with words, but with what it feels like to have 10 toes down. And she keeps me focused on what we're supposed to be doing, you know? And it's been an honor, it's been a pleasure to walk these last couple of years with you. The movie we had to shut down, and we came back 6 months later with COVID protocols and all that. And so we like a little bit like war buddies over this, over this past couple of years. So I'm happy, honored, and I am overwhelmed to be able to stand here with you, for you, beside you. My good friend, Aunjanue Ellis. Now let's check out her awe-inspiring work.
It's like Rosalind Cash and Diana Sands and Paula Kelly, and their spirits are in her. Aunjanue Ellis. She embodies the truth of what Black women experience.
Anytime you see her, whether it's on stage or TV or film, she validates a project. She grounds it. You feel like, oh, okay, this person's going to take me on a journey. I can tell she has something to say.
When I first saw Aunjanue on the screen, it was Men of Honor. I looked at this sweet, young, beautiful brown woman, and I was like, who is this? This woman is a star. She works from her heart, from her soul. You can see it, you can feel it every time she comes across the screen.
Aunjanue Ellis is one of those actors that you know before you know, especially with somebody who, whose world, especially growing up, revolved around, Black cinema, Black television. Aunjanue was everywhere, and she was always so amazing.
I first met Aunjanue Ellis when I was casting Ray. Kerry Washington played his wife. He had a succession of women, and we dealt with a couple. And Marianne Fisher was one of his first backup singers. Aunjanue came in, she was very austere, she was very quiet, but there's an undeniable power about Aunjanue Ellis. Once I met her, that was it. She had the role of Marianne. She has a presence. She doesn't say a lot, and that's even better because actors communicate through their eyes. She's powerful.
When we were making of Bill Street Could Talk, I knew the role of Mrs. Hunt. That was one of those roles where, the character comes into the movie for about 20 minutes and just takes it over. Aunjanue, just having seen so much of her work, where she is this very dense, powerful persona, she was just absolutely perfect.
It's just something about King Richard that made us stop. It made us listen. It made us pay attention.
The film is called King Richard, but that's not the only person who contributed to the success of those girls. She did, the mother did. And Aunjanue has a unique ability of really telling that tale, of speaking that truth, of bringing that person alive that we all know, that have all in fact impacted our own lives.
I love King Richard and I love her in it. Aunjanue is bringing her A game as she does with everything. What I love about the effect that her performance has over these white critics and Hollywood, white Hollywood, is that she's finally getting the love that she's had for so long from us, from them.
This Oscar nomination for Aunjanue in King Richard has been a long time coming.
We are right on time. She's stepping into her full power. People see it.
Congratulations, Aunjanue, on your Essence Black Women in Hollywood Award.
You inspire us every day, and I'm so happy for you, sis.
I am so proud of you.
I'm humbled that you call me friend, and you have been such an inspiration for the 30 years that we've known each other.
Aunjanue, I couldn't be prouder. I'm wishing you the best. I couldn't be more thrilled.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to present the Essence Black Women in Hollywood Award to my dear friend, Aunjanue Ellis.
What's that sound? It sounds like some deltas are in the house. I don't know. Sorry. First of all, thank you, Will Smith. Come on now, y'all. First, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life. Put a pin in that. Put a pin in that before you clap. Put a pin in that. Also to honor my grandmother and my mother in their absence. To honor my Get Fresh crew, my sister, my nephew, Mason and Bowie, Eric, and my $1 million Stan Jones, Tina and Ian, and my Uber agent, Andrea Nelson Miggs. This is gonna be one of those annoying speeches where you have to like participate. So everybody in the room, close your eyes. Take a second to see, really see in the dark. Okay, you can open them. So much in the dark about darkness is derided. It's made horrific. We're trained to fear it. We're trained to think that it's ugly. It's used as the basis for colorism, for racism. But there is this thing that's called dark matter, and it makes up 80% of the entire universe. It's called dark matter because people can't see it, but people know that it exists because without it, the behavior of the stars, the planets, and the galaxies would make no sense. Much of my 27-year professional life has been in the dark. Work that no one saw, work that no one wanted to see or should see. Or noble work that was not valued by white institutions, and yet I did it anyway in the dark. The work that I did in the dark fed and clothed and put roofs over the heads of people that I loved. My work sustained a movement to remove physical tools of segregation in my home state of Mississippi, and yet I did it in the dark. Why? Why do I do it? Because I work in a profession that when tasked to tell my history, Black American history, I'm not talking about made-up stories, I'm talking about Black American history. It looks to other cultures to do the telling. They hide behind words like universality, training, and pedigree, ignoring the pedigree of Black Americans like Oscar Michaud, Paul Robeson, Ossie Davis, Ruby Dee, Lawrence Fishburne, Angela Bassett. That's my pedigree. What qualifies you to tell Black American history is not trauma, it is not pain. It cannot be reduced to enslavement, colonization. Appropriation can be appropriation even when there are Black faces, even within the diaspora, and it works both ways. To them, hope does not look like a Black woman, but I know better. My hope comes from my mother and my sister and my grandmother, and I don't know anybody else. Working in the dark, tearing in the dark requires an incessant scream of, I'm here. Dark matter is unseen, but it's here in the way that Celie screams at Mister when he hurls black at her like it's a curse. And she says, I may be black, I may be ugly, but I'm here. And see, I'll change that and I'll say, yes, I am black. There is nothing ugly about me, and I'm here. In the way that Miss Oracene says to her King Richard, when he tries to discount her brilliance to her face, I'm here, I've been here, dreaming and believing just like you just didn't want to see me. In the way that Dorinda Clark Cole sings that in the midst of it all, and for her that meant depression and suicidal tendencies, I am still here, and it's by the grace of God, which brings me back to my opening words. First, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life. And so I need to say what God is to me. Andrea Nelson, can you come up here, please? I promise I'm almost done. The evidence, God to me, and its evidence is the survival of Black people. The evidence of God is the culture that was created not in Africa, not in America, but in the Atlantic Ocean. It's what writer Amani Wilson calls the deep, the song dance, the culture that I see and hear in Shantae Adams and her portrayal of Roxanne Shantae. It is what I see and hear in Nia Long in that forever eternal Love Jones. It is the brain of Quinta Brunson, the brain of that woman and her stepping with Janelle James in Abbott Elementary. It is a propping up on every leaning side that I got from my mother and my grandmother, and that continues from this woman, Andrea Nelson Meigs. That's what God is to me. My God, she dark, dark. She black, black. She got micro beads. She got a twist out and a bonnet on at night. She smelled like Fashion Fair and Sand and Sable. Her womanist self, her lips be shining. Her front teeth got a gap in between. She did what she did without the need, I'm gonna make you mad, without the need for feminism. She had no need for it because it had no place for her. Women like Alice Walker who say that this is a secondhand language and I can name myself. They have no need, my God has no need for a seat at the table because he built the house. She built the house. So what do we need for somebody's measly chair? My God, she woman, she dark, dark, she black, black. Thank you, Essence, for seeing the darkness in me and celebrating it rightly, as Toni Morrison would say, with delight and not derision. Thank you so much.